Zappy boy. It's like a million Pokemon nerds screaming out in joy. And then nothing. I know. They did it. Raid invites. So folks, raid invites are now live. This is so exciting and I am so happy for this. I feel bad because it went live after raid hour for some areas and during raid hour for other areas. It went live a few hours before our raid hour, so we were able to plan and plot a little bit for that, though it's not super convenient when it happens during important stuff like that. So as you can see here, we're going to go in on a Kyurem raid. This is happening across town. Well, not but a half-hour drive from my house. Not halfway around the world, but that's definitely possible. So let's do this Kyurem. It's not my first one, but maybe it'll be a good one. We'll see. And yes, I've done many of them so far. This is the first one you're seeing, but it's fine. I haven't done a lot of showing raids because I don't super find them all that engaging. So what I will do is I'll come to you near the end of this. So here you're seeing one of the slight downsides. We're not done the fight, but I wanted to show you this. One thing that came out from Manetrick right after the feature launched is if your Pokemon faint out, you will go back to the map. Just go into your raid section. Your invite will still be there. You can click that to get back into the raid. This does mean, however, that you definitely want to make sure that you are not starting a raid anywhere close to the end of the timer. So you got to start at least 10 minutes before the end of the timer, because anybody faints out, they aren't going to be able to rejoin. I imagine. I mean, I don't know for sure, but right now you can't rejoin if you are nearby and you accidentally get knocked out or your game crashes or something. So definitely want to make sure you are getting in ahead of time, well ahead, and making sure you have lots of time to do the raid. And there we go. We actually 3-manned this. The person who invited me just didn't invite a lot of people, or not a lot of people clicked on it. There wasn't a lot of time when I got in there. It was only about 51 seconds in the timer. But let's see what we got. 24.96 will be a weather boosted one. 25.53 is the perfect, so it's not even close. We'll still use golden raspberries though, because this will be good for trade. And try and get a hundo from trade, or a good, decent one from trades. So. Good fake out there. Another excellent throw. Golden raspberry, we'll see. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Like I said, I don't think it's a very good one. Might be an 82%. I don't think it's anywhere near 90s. Yeah, only 2-star. But it's a weather boosted one, so I'll definitely take it. So let's get into this now we got that raid done. Alright, so I kind of thought this announcement was happening. This is why I didn't do a video about this tweet right here. This is on the 14th, which is on Tuesday. Niantic said, trainers, we're happy to share that when you use a raid pass, premium battle pass, or remote raid pass to join a raid battle, the pass will now be consumed when the raid battle begins instead of when you join the lobby. This was always seen as the feature that needed to be in for remote raid invites to happen. And this is a really, really cool feature. I love this. You can now indicate your interest in doing a raid and not lose your pass if nobody else is interested. This is perfect, and this is an awesome change. Very, very welcome. That said, let's get to the most recent update, and that is the ability to invite friends to raids is now live in Pokemon Go. At this point, it's level 32. I'm sure that we'll get it opened up for other people. There are some bugs. There are some glitches, there are some issues, but overall it's a very good feature, and I know a lot of people who have had a lot of fun. I streamed on the release night for Raid Hour. We had some complications on a couple of our raids because we were trying to invite people who were remote, and some people didn't have them as friends. We really need an ability, please Niantic. There's other people who are much more influential than I have saying this, but it'd be really helpful to have the ability to have a 1 day or a limited time friend invite or friend code, so you can invite somebody just for that moment, but you don't have to worry about getting rid of them the next day or getting them when you're done. So basically an expiring friend code will be really helpful for this feature and make it a lot better to raid with people who are maybe not your friends. Now, the other option here is to just increase the friends list. 200 is seemingly a lot, but I am almost always capped. I'm currently capped. To do raids yesterday, I had to make some room. To do some raids earlier, I had to make some room. I'm trying to go through and rename people and find people who are not active anymore, but you only give us 2 days back. Like, 2+ days ago somebody did something. Well, great, but 4 days ago they were active. So tell me when they were more recently active. That'd be really helpful. So this feature is now open for level 32 to level 40. I don't see any updates saying it's gone lower than that. I don't see any updates saying it's gone lower than that at this point, but that could happen anytime. I'm sure they are working on ways to increase this ability to make it open to other people of the lower levels. So let me go back to Pokemon Go here. Now, there is, I think, a raid nearby, and I'm just going to show you what it looked like. Is it still going? No, it just ended. So I'm going to pause this right here, and I'll be back to you as soon as there's a raid that pops nearby so that we can show you what it's like from my side. Because I've already shown you what it looks like from my side as an invitee. Let me show you what it's like from a inviter side. So be back in just a minute. All right, now we're going to do the inviting. We're going to invite somebody to a raid. Now, I'm just going to invite my wife because I don't have anyone else wanting to do this raid, but I have a Sudowoodo nearby here. So we're going to battle. Join the battle here. And then you'll see over here on the side, there's a thing where you can say, select a person. So it's the green thing on the side there. Invite up to 5 friends. We're going to choose the wife, invite. Much like we saw earlier, nearby thing will turn orange. And then that takes about 10-15 seconds or so. You want to make sure you have as much time as possible on your raid when you do the invite, because you can't invite within 30 seconds and it can't be accepted within 20 seconds of the raid actually starting. So I'll have the wife accept the invite, and we're going to go on to the Sudowoodo. Maybe one of us will get a shiny. Who knows? You'll see here, I've got her accepting it. She'll join the lobby shortly. And much like many of my other things, there we go. You see her now join the lobby. So this will be, it's a 2-star, so it should be pretty easy to do, just the 2 of us. And yeah, so that is the process of inviting somebody. Just a few caveats. If you do a raid and you're invited to it, and you get knocked, your Pokemon all faint, you'll get knocked back to the map. Now go into your map like you saw on my other one. Make sure that you... Now, a few caveats on the raids here. So we saw that earlier. If you get knocked out, if your Pokemon all faint, just go back into your raid section if the raid is still active. I don't know if it'll work if the raid has stopped, if the timer has run out on the Pokemon. I don't know if it'll still be there, but you should see the invite still there. Just tap it to get back into the raid with a new team. They have acknowledged that issue. They're working on it, and we'll have that resolved fairly soon, I'm sure. But let's check our Sudowoodo here and see if we got ourselves a shiny. It's not shiny. It is not shiny. I don't even know if it's any good. I didn't even really check what the IVs on that are. We'll just use a golden raspberry just to make this as quick as possible. And yeah, so that is the raid invite system. It's super exciting. Really hope that they will increase the amount of raid passes you can hold. Having a limit of 3 is really painful. The technical limit is 5. But it's really painful to only have that many. I hope that they will increase it to 5 or 10, because that'll make it a lot more easy to go from raid to raid to raid. After raid hour yesterday, I was getting a lot of invites, and I couldn't do a lot of them because I would do 3, and then I would need to go and heal stuff up and go buy some more passes. It was really frustrating, especially not be able to communicate with people. Like this person that I don't have them on any social medias. I don't have them anywhere. And they were in California. They were just inviting me to back to back to back. Like, I think they were just like, if it's not good, run away. So they were doing a lot more than I was able to do. I think there's ways that Niantic could smooth things out, giving us the ability to buy raid passes from in that error message saying you don't have a raid pass. Click a button to let us buy, and go back to that page, show us the raid. That would smooth that thing out that as well. But I think this hold more would be really, really helpful. So hopefully Niantic will look into that and give us that opportunity in the near future. Friends lists, like I mentioned, need either a temporary friend code, like a 1 hour or 1 day friend code, or more friend list, basically. But that said, I'm really excited. I'm gonna cut now to other stuff that's recorded for showing you some shinies. These are shinies from the Johto event, and I was really excited for that event. I did really well. I was really enjoying that, so I'll cut to that now. And, well, okay, I'll cut to that now unless there's more news that comes up between then and now. Hey folks, just a few things in news that I want to kind of touch up on from what you saw just now to what else has been happening since we last talked. So as you're all aware, we've been doing the GoFest weekly challenges. 3 challenges, the skill, battle, and the friendship challenges. And we're nearly at the end of the friendship one. That ends in just a few hours when I'm recording this. It'll be done before you see this. And we've successfully completed the first 2 weeks. All 6 Pokemon from those weeks are done. We now heard this morning that the Instinct is the only one from the 3rd week to not complete yet. And they're very close, so they're likely to complete today. So to verify, that means we get Chimecho, Alomomola, Chansey, and you'll see them up here, of course. As well, from week 2, we'll have Ferroseed, Alolan Grimer, and Alolan Marowak. And so far from week 3, we have Litwick and Dratini. We are still waiting to see if Togetic is one of the spawns. Now, some stuff that's come out in the lead up to GoFest. We have a GoFest print at home kit. If you have lots of ink in your printer, you could do that. It'll take a lot of ink though. They're really colorful and really big. So definitely keep that in mind. And then they've released what the team lounges are going to be like. And basically it's going to be a streamed content feature. So we're going to have some really cool stuff. There's going to be a kickoff. There's going to be videos from a variety of people in the community. There's going to be developer insights. There's going to be some Go Battle League stuff. You can see some really cool stuff here. There's an avatar fashion show and so on. So if we look here at the GoFest site, we see here that you can choose your team. Now, I need to actually do some research on this, but as far as I could tell, I didn't see anything different between the schedules for each team. So I am Team Valor, so let's choose Valor schedule. And then we have the GoFest kickoff, making of GoFest, printed home kit, how to build a gift, behind the scenes. This stuff's all happening on the 24th. And on the 25th, we have a video from Zoe, 2 dots. We have a video from each region for their kickoff. Then we have a Go Battle League, how to get started. Some on the go updates, which I'm guessing is people in a command center or a control center who will be showing us what's happening in the Pokemon Go Fest attendee stuff. We'll get some updates on whatever we're going to see that day. And then we're going to see a variety of community members, a variety of influencers, so to speak, who will give us some more information and tell us what's going on. So Kybron, a couple of gaming. I think there's a trainer tips one later on. This is actually what I'm really interested in. It's a video, about 10 minutes it looks like it lasts, where they look at the commercial for Pokemon Go Fest, which was directed by the director of Last Jedi, Ryan Johnson. I'm really looking forward to seeing that, because I want to see kind of what his thinking was when he did this. And apparently it was all done remotely, so it's really cool. G2G Media will have a story time for little trainers, so kids book 1, Swagron, trainer tips, and that is the end of day 1. We have no idea, no information on what's happening on day 2. They said, and they have kept their promise that they are keeping this tight. No information, nothing coming out, no hints, no suggestions. We have no idea what to expect. However, before day 1 is done on my coast, I expect we're going to see more, and it'll be really interesting to see what they announce, because they're going to have to announce it before the end of day 1 in New Zealand and Australia, and that's before day 1 starts here, I think. So I'm very curious. I hope we will see some really cool stuff, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Now, they also said by a post here that Pokemon Go Fest, you can celebrate it on TikTok. I don't recommend using TikTok. It is questionably insecure. Its control is suspicious, and I would not run it. But if you do decide to, you get a Pikachu headband in your image. So that's really up to you. I am planning to stream on my Twitch stream. I'm hoping for the first 5 5 hours of each day for Saturday and Sunday. That's twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Medros. And then I'll be going out to do some footage at the park nearby and supremely socially distanced from anybody else for the last 5 hours of the day each day. So I'm really excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys will join me on Twitch, and I hope you guys will watch and enjoy the video that I make afterwards. But that's gonna be about it. Let's get on with the shinies. Let's get caught up on some shinies here. We're still way behind, way more behind than I wanted to be. But I took some time in some recent videos to not do shinies, to do other stuff, news, and some questions people were having about how portals can get removed, portal/Pokestop/ins, and basically points of interest. Check that video up here, and if you're interested, I'd be interested in your thoughts on that. And of course, if there's anything else you're wanting to know in the kind of back end stuff that's been figured out via long time use of Ingress, please just post those comments, and I'd be happy to answer those in a future video, or answer those on the actual comments. So this is the Johto event. This was back many weeks ago. But this was many weeks ago, but I'm still trying to get caught up, and I want to show you all the cool shinies I've gotten. And I had actually considered doing a montage, but I'm just going to try and do some really quick stuff. A lot of these will just be them on screen, me throwing a ball, me catching, and moving on. So not a lot of exposition, not a lot of extra stuff, just trying to get done kind of stuff. So first one up was a hatch later in the day. It was the same day as my Philly event. The Kanto event ended halfway through my Philly event, so this is technically in the Johto event and not part of the Philly Savari zone. So this is my second Illumise. Now this one will be a trade for the wife. She did not get one. She got her own Volbeat, but she did not get her own Illumise. So this will be eventually a trade for the wife. Now what you're going to see next, I'm probably actually doing a montage of this, because I find this to have been one of the most ridiculous periods in my Pokemon life. So I mentioned for the Genesect event that the one I got there is my first caught Skarmory. I had one that was traded from the wife, but it was my first one I caught myself. And this one here, this was just a few weeks later. It was the 11th or whatever of May. And not only do I have one that I caught for this event, but I have two that I caught for this event in a row. Not back to back, but like one was on the 9th, one was on the 10th, and then we've got a third in a row, the third shiny in a row. That was another Skarmory, so that is 3, 4, and 5. 9th, 10th, and 11th for this event. So insane for me to have gone from, oh, I'm never gonna get one, to have caught one, and then a few weeks later having caught so many in a single event. Next up, this one, I'll give you a bit of background on this one, because this one is a big one for me. This is my first caught shiny Machop. Now you may remember, I have another Machop. This is a trade from my friend Drew. It's a lucky trade, it was a calm day. He found me at the forks down in the downtown part of Winnipeg. Well, this one here, this Machop, I tell you, I was on lunch. This was at a point when the wife wasn't working because her work was closed due to COVID. And I was just tapping on stuff while we were talking at my lunchtime, and this popped up. And I'm pretty sure that I had a shocked look on my face because she asked me what was wrong, thinking that somebody had died or something. And I showed her my phone, and she just said nothing, and she just let me catch it because she knew that, like, that was my big, I need to have this. So my first caught shiny Machop. Super happy to have that, and I cannot wait to get another one so I can have the full family, but I will be happy to have my first Hulk very soon. Next up here we have filling out of a family. It is my second shiny Natu. Again, not a spectacular Pokemon. I actually originally didn't even know if this was shiny because the coloring of the body is so close to the original. You actually have to look at the thing on his head. This was on the 14th of May, and the second shiny of the day for me on that day, the Natu being the first. It is my 6th shiny Skarmory. Yeah, went from can't get a single one, so I trade for one. Then I catch my first, and they're like pouring out of my head. Like, it is now caught up in a single event with Onyx. So yes, my 6th shiny Skarmory. And then, as I predicted for this event, when I saw these popping up, my 7th shiny Sentret. Until this, Sentret and Skarmory were at that point tied, because I had 6 shiny Sentret after the first Incense Day, and this is number 7. So I have lots of Sentrets as well. Next up, we have I can't believe I'm saying this. My 14th shiny Swinub. Anybody wants some watermelon? I got lots. I got lots. I don't need more. I really, really don't need any more. Please, just take it off my hands, please. Please. Anyways, yeah, I got lots at the Com Day. I've caught a couple since then, and now I've got another one. So if you're looking for any watermelon, let me know. Sure, we can hook you up. Next up, and this was not expected, but not surprising. My 10th shiny Chikorita. I think I caught one of these don't after a raid hour period. This was not an event, it was just a wild spawn at home. But yeah, my 10th shiny Chikorita. And then, as I was saying, the spawn I thought I'd probably get a lot of. I did not expect the Skarmories in this event. I can tell you that honestly. Did not expect Skarmories to be this plentiful for me in this event. But I did say center it, and here is number 8. Anyways, yes, so again, I love the coloring for it, but I don't need 10 of them, or 9 of them. I don't need 8 of them. I don't need like more than 2 or 3 of them, but I've got lots of them now. So this is number 8. And then finally, for the event, we have number 9. Yep, 9 shiny Sentret. Yay, I guess, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, so there is my catches for this event. I really love this event. The catches were spectacular. I filled out a shiny family. I made progress on another shiny family, and then I got a bunch of stuff I had lots of. I ended it with a total of 9 Sentrets in my collection, 10 Chikoritas, 14 Swinubs, 6 Skarmories. I mean, I got a Natu, and I got a Machop. I'll take them, but that's all I can really say. And now it's time for our shiny evolution. Now, I had considered doing a Machop, but I still want to get one more. I want to have the full family before I do that. And a lot of this stuff really can't be evolved. I can't really evolve Skarmory. I don't need to evolve any more Sentret, Chikorita, or Swinubs. So Natu was what I considered doing, but I don't want to quite do Natu yet. Instead, what I would like to do is I'd like to do the Pokemon that I caught my second of during that Genesect event where I caught my first caught Skarmory, and that is my Electrike here. So we're going to evolve Electrike here up to Manetrick. And I believe when I've seen a picture of this, I've really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping it'll be just as awesome here as it was then. But let's take a look and see what it looks like. Going up now. And there is shiny Manetrick. Now, just taking a look at this here. I do like the coloring of it. It's blue on the original, I think, and it's kind of a gray with beige. Very interesting coloring. I do like it here. It's a really nice Pokemon. I might kind of like the original coloring better, though. I'll have to take a look. But yeah, so there is my shiny Manetrick, and that's pretty awesome. And this is going to be the end of the video. So I thank you very much for your time. I hope you guys enjoyed my raids earlier, and I hope that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing here on YouTube. I'd also like to ask if you can come follow me. Check out what I'm doing over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/PokemonGoMedros. And of course, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at PokemonGoMedros as well. And lastly, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, take care, happy hunting those Pokemon, and don't forget to catch them all. Cheers. It's happening, folks. It's almost time. That's right. It's Go Fest.